Time to do the special toilet paper workout. I should get some music to go along with this upload. Maybe we should do something different. Yeah.
Or more people, we're talking things like weddings and everything in between, be canceled for the next 8 weeks. It's a stunning guideline, and it comes as the nation's largest cities and many others, including New York and Los Angeles, announce strict new restrictions. Bars and movie theaters set to be closed in many places. Restaurants open, but just for takeout or delivery only. Meantime, New York has also joined the lengthy list of cities with unions to talk about cutting pay. In fact, the CEO 100% pay cut already, and some officers a 50% pay cut. The situation, they say, more dire than 9/11, and United is not alone. The other airlines are in the same boat here. They're desperate for a government emergency bailout of some fashion.
The news is so depressing, but I just can't seem to stop watching it.
Follow a weekend in which some Americans ignored calls for social distancing. Bars in Chicago, New Orleans, and Savannah, Georgia, packed with St. Patrick's Day gatherings.
I suppose for some people, unless it affects those you love or your country puts you in lockdown, you're not going to take it seriously.
I must losing track now. Day 4 of our Norwegian lockdown. You can see the snow is disappearing even more. Monday morning, last night I finished watching Good Girls on Netflix, and can't wait for them to put season 3 on. I watched a good movie as well, Lost Girls, so I can recommend those highly if you're sitting at home looking for good things to watch. So I've just finished checking on my classes progress work they're doing and recording a morning message for them. Time to make some breakfast.
So Friday seemed to be the trial day for the online work, and now this is the whole thing really starting. So doing schoolwork, switching over to read more updates because I'm quite worried about my trip to Portugal. I don't think that that's going to be happening at the moment, but we can hold thumbs. But this online teaching, it's actually not too bad. It's a lot of work though.
Well, I finally got off my couch. I've been sitting there for the last, oh my God, I don't know how many hours. My shoulders are stiff. Doing this online teaching, looking at work children have been uploading and adding comments. I haven't had lunch. It's nearly 3 o'clock. I had planned on making a salad of some kind, and I needed to have roasted the beetroot, and I haven't done that yet, so I'm gonna do that now, and I might have to have the salad tomorrow. Let me see what I can forage to have now. So lunch is nothing exciting. Cup of tomato, cup of soup, and some peanut butter toast. The last of the bread, which is completely stale, so I had to toast it. So tomorrow I'll bake some bread. After all this sitting today, my legs are a bit stiff, so yeah, throw some rubbish outside, take a walk. Not sure I'll go to the gym today, but maybe. Fresh air. Wonderful. Quite chilly compared to inside. So nice just to get some fresh air. Stretch my legs, all this online teaching. They're forever doing roadworks down these little streets. I don't know when it's going to be over. Oh, love it. I was going to go down to the gym after all, but I can hear music down there behind the locked doors, so I think someone else is there already. I have a confession. I forgot all about the beets roasting in the oven, and I think they've been in the oven roasting for about 3 hours. I'm almost too scared to look at them and see what happens. Are they like little black charcoal? They look, it looks fine. Okay, beet roasting for 3-4 hours, maybe not a bad thing. So tonight for dinner, I'm going to show you one of the quickest, easiest dinners you can make. This is like a family, I don't know, would we call it family tradition, family staple? My children have always loved it. We call it curry in a hurry. Can also be known as cowboy food. So, I have some rice on the go. And so for this, you're going to need some vinegar, just a dash of oil, 1 onion, either a can of corned beef or a can of Spam, can of baked beans and tomato sauce. You're going to need about 2 spoons of sugar, about 3 spoons of curry, and what you're going to be doing is you're going to put this oil, just a dash, not the whole lot for goodness sake, no, just a dash of this oil in a pan, and then you are going to saute the onion. While that is on the go, you are going to put in your 2 teaspoons of sugar with your 3 teaspoons of curry powder, and then you're going to put in just enough vinegar to make a paste. You're going to slice up the onion. You don't have to make fine slices, and you can see I've just put in a little bit of oil in the bottom of the pan, and I'm now going to put that on the stove to saute and soften. I've opened the can of corned beef and I've cut it into chunks, and I have mixed together my 2 teaspoons of sugar with 3 teaspoons of curry powder, and you can see the amount of vinegar that's there just to create that kind of a paste. You can hear the rice boiling away over there. My onions are sizzling. If you want to be fancy, you can add in some chopped garlic and some chopped ginger. I might do that. And while that's going, I'm going to have a glass of wine. There was a British, I don't know, like a cooking show guy that always, whenever he was doing his cooking shows, he used to have this glass of wine and slowly get more sozzled as the show went on. I can't remember what his name was. The longest thing to cook in this meal is the rice. The rest takes about 15 minutes. So once my onions are soft and a bit transparent, I am going to add in the corned beef, and then I'm going to stir it around a little bit, this corned beef or Spam if that's what you're using. And then once that is just sort of, I won't say started cooking because it's already cooking, but once it seems to be coated with the onion and everything, you then open your can of baked beans, put that in, mix that around, and then you add the curry powder, your curry powder mixture, curry powder, sugar, vinegar mixture, and then you let it simmer for like about 5 minutes, and then it's done. I swear to God, that's all it is. Now, if you are struggling financially, this is a great family meal that you could make. Obviously, you'd use maybe more than 1 can of baked beans and 1 can of corned beef. But if you cook a lot of rice, you could actually cook this amount and you can stretch it. Like, I will definitely have some left. Well, I'll have a lot left for tomorrow that I can have for lunch as well. If you mix your curry in a hurry together with the rice, your leftover rice and your leftover curry in a hurry, it's actually quite nice to put that in between 2 slices of bread and make a toasted sandwich with that. It's quite nice. So I've added the corned beef to the onions, and I just let it brown just a little bit, and then I have added in the baked beans. Now I'm about to add in the curry powder. I've added in my curry powder, and now I'm going to let it cook up. If you don't want to use rice, this is actually quite nice with mashed potato as well. So now I'm going to put it on simmer so that the flavors can get absorbed by everything that's in there. Rice is done, just going to strain it. Curry in a hurry is done, ready to dish up. Here's a plate of delicious curry in a hurry and rice, and you can add in some sliced banana. That gives it just an extra something. And if you've got any chutney, this is Mrs. Ball's chutney, that adds to it as well. And there's your quick and easy curry in a hurry. Day 5 of lockdown. Time to have some coffee, and I've already put my morning message on for my students. Had a shower, ready for the day. Definitely plan on being a little bit more active today and not sitting around as much yesterday. I can't keep sitting. I'm going to have the chia that I made on Sunday for breakfast this morning. So you can see that when I filled up the jar, I left a little space, and that is now to put in. I'm going to be having it with blueberries. So filling it up with blueberries, and then when I eat it, I just mix it all together. There we go. So there's my chia breakfast. Very healthy. I feel healthy just looking at it. So I'm about to try and make this bolla. Unfortunately, the recipe on it is in Norwegian, and I have checked on Google Translate what some of the things mean. But this pack makes 20, which is probably, you know, I'd like to just make a few, but I'm probably going to have to make 20 and freeze some. But it looks like some of the dough I can turn into these cinnamon swirl things too. So I'm going to make the dough for this because I don't have the Norwegian to be able to see how to downscale this pack, and we'll see how it goes. So with my limited Norwegian deciphering, it seems like it's 1 packet of this, 4 deciliters of lukewarm water. That's what that one means. That's about 200 milliliters, no, 400 milliliters. So I think that's about just under 2 cups of warm water. 100 grams of either margarine or oil. I'm going to use this oil, so that would be like half a cup. I'm not sure if I have to, I should imagine I would let it rest. Do I let it rise? Does it already contain yeast? Let's look at these little pictures here. So it looks like you throw everything in and then you've got to leave it for, do you leave it for 45 to 60 minutes and then you've got to cut it into, oh my goodness. Okay, and then you're going to bake it for that. So that part I can understand, but I think you've got to let it maybe rise. So I'm not sure if I've done these right, because I only just managed to get 12. So I've either made them too big or I don't know. But so I've got 6 that are just going to be plain. So a bolle is like a kind of a bun, and the other 6 I've tried to make like a kind of a cinnamon swirl thing. I'm going to put a little bit of margarine on the top of that, because yeah, that's what I'm trying to make. It doesn't look anything like it, but we'll see. So I'll put some margarine on the top and see what's going to happen. So yesterday I forgot to have lunch, but today I've made a nice healthy salad with the beets that I roasted yesterday, some cottage cheese, some of the baby salad thingies, and I've got in, what else have I got in here? I've got some carrots and I've got some pumpkin pips. So I think this is going to be quite a healthy salad. So these stayed in for a lot longer than the 10 minutes, but I think I didn't have the heat on as high as I should have. I'm hoping they are done. They don't quite look like the picture and how they're supposed to come out, but we'll see what they taste like later on. So I've tried these ones and they are a little bit like rock scones. They're definitely not like these bolle. This is like so heavy that I think anybody having riots, I could probably sell this to them to throw instead of stones. I'm manufacturing my own stones, but you know what, I'm gonna have to eat it because I made it. I don't know what happened to it and why it didn't rise. Maybe this is the problem when you're making something that has instructions written in a different language you don't understand. So I cut open one of the rocks and I've tried to toast it, but you can see they haven't come out so well, but I've made it. Gonna have to try and eat it, and I think I'm gonna never ever try and make these bolle again, and I'll stick to my loaf of bread that I know how to make. It was just that there wasn't any extra flour, but I do have a little bit of flour. I'll rather make some proper bread. I've come outside to just get some fresh air. It's good to remember at times like this, sometimes normal things still happen, like what, letter in the mail, post is still being delivered. I can still go and throw away more rubbish. actually not so cold outside, so it's quite surprising to still see snow lying around. But I don't think spring has actually arrived because none of the plants have any buds. Nothing. So the plants don't seem to think it's spring. Sorted the washing, so tomorrow time to do another load of washing.